I grew up in a small town called Crossville. And when I tell people in Los Angeles where I live, like, hey, I'm from a small town in Tennessee, and they're always like, oh, like Chattanooga? I'm like, no. That's a city. They're like, no, it's kind of, I've been there, it's like a small town. No. No, that's a city. I don't even know how to explain to you what a small town is now. Okay, here's how small the town I'm from is. When I was in 5th grade, my older cousin went to a field party, got in a fight, and killed a dude. In high school, the dead dude's sister asked me to the prom. That's a small town. Not a lot of options. I had to decline her offer, though, because my father made a solid point when he went, I don't know about that. She might have forgot, but I don't think her daddy did. People in the South love that joke so much. They love it. People outside the South just get sad. People in the South are like, those are just two good daddies right there. That's all that is. You gotta play the hand dealt with you, man. That's what it is. I did that joke on the Conan O'Brien program a couple years ago, and I thought it was like a clever way to be like, hey, here's who I am and where I'm from in a funny, put it together, And America would be like, yeah. But no. All America wanted to know was like, tell me about that murder. Is there like a podcast I can listen to? 48 hours? First 48. ID channel? Forensic Files. My favorite murder. I was like, I think it's just a normal murder. I don't know. And they won't let it go. They just stand there looking at me like, well, tell me about that murder. I'm like, I wasn't there. I was in 5th grade. I think you had to be in 6th grade to get to that party. But I've realized, like, people want to hear about this thing. And I've also realized, like, it has shaped who I am as a human being, and it's probably why my sense of humor is kind of dark. So I'm going to talk about some messed up stuff here in a little bit in a very hysterical way. And that's how I handle trauma in my life, is I make it super funny, and then I charge people to come hear about it. So, if that bothers you, you should go now, because it's going to get weird. Because some fun stuff happened when I was in 5th grade. There's one lady, yay, dark stuff. Which is a weird voice to hear that. Yay, I like that. So what happened? This Country Strong man, and I'm in Colorado, I don't have to really explain what that is, but other places I do. They're like the movie? I'm like, no, what? No. No, Country Strong is like, it's someone that's not like ripped or shredded. They're mostly fat, but it's the strongest person you've ever seen in your whole life. They fight like this. I learned from cartoons. I've never lost. You just hear him say stuff like, Daddy got the tractor stuck, so I had to pull it out. Well, Country Strong decided to do all the cocaine he could find in our little county. And as I get older, I realized that was probably not mostly cocaine. We were in the middle of Tennessee, which is a landlocked state. Not a lot of direct flights from Columbia. Hell, it could have just been fiberglass and lightning bug juice. You know what I mean? Little Kodiak for taste. So he did all of it. And I don't know if you guys have ever done cocaine, but you're here. So I assume you've smelled it. You know, when you do cocaine, it motivates you to do the worst thing you've ever wanted to do. And you're like, tonight's the night. I have the confidence. Let's do it. Yeah, this is a great idea. Yeah. How can this go wrong? Let's do some more. Well, that dude, country strong, he's like, you know, I've always wanted to do a murder, you know? It's in there. I'm going to do it tonight. So he showed up at the party. He found a little dude because he's not dumb. He went over and he picked him up and he started strangling him. And the dude was just dangling. And people at the party were like, stop it. He was like, I got it. Like, you're killing him. He's, yeah. Stop. Okay. And then my cousin had a gun at a party. That never gets a laugh anymore. Whole country just looks at me like, mm-hmm. Man had a party pistol, what about it? Well, my cousin pulls out his party pistol. He's like, hey, stop. And he's like, I got it. He's like, I'm gonna shoot you. And he was like, I was here first. So my cousin shot him in the shoulder, in the back, and that will make you stop killing who you're killing. But what it also does is gives you new motivation and a new target to do murder to. Because he just turned around, old Country Strong, and just made a beeline for my cousin, and my cousin shot him twice in the chest. That will kill you every time. The first one, you're like, hey. Second one, you're like, got me. My cousin tried to perform CPR, but, you know, it didn't work. So the guy died. I told you in the beginning what happens. Every time I tell this, people get sad right there. And I'm Tarantino the hell out of this story. And tell you in the beginning, and still you guys are like, oh.